All right, so this isn't a retard show because Dave has issues with making fun of the retarded. No, we did on the Patreon. We did a show where me and Brandon have been writing a show about a retarded guy, whatever. We tried to bring Dave in, and then we didn't talk about the show. We just made fun of Corky from Life Goes On for an hour. Which, by the way, it's on YouTube. It's hilarious. So if you have that kind of thing, it's fucking very funny. It's on my Patreon. But this time we'll be on, and Dave, we promise, no reason.
I feel like if we watched old episodes of Life Goes On, I have no problem roasting the shit out of those.
That's basically what we did.
Well,
we watched that scene where he drove a car and crashed it. See? We watched the bad acting. Oh! They couldn't even show the crash because they're like, no retard was harmed in the making of this show.
But like the way they showed him driving was more offensive than anything. I don't know how cars work.
Well, yeah. Why didn't he know which door to open? Like, I know he's retarded, but he's like high functioning. He can get in the door. They show the scene and he opens. They go, open the door, and he opens his door. And the coach is like, no, this door. And then he just fucking puts it in reverse and goes nuts. And they should have played the Benny Hill music. Like, that would have been good. But, yeah, we're not doing that on this one. We're not going to talk about retarded people on this one, Dave, for your safety.
All right, good.
To keep your career in check. We don't want you getting canceled.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Have you guys heard about all the cancel people this week?
No. The last I heard was Chris D'Elia.
Chris D'Elia, Jeffrey Ross.
What did Ross do?
Supposedly, Jeffrey Ross,
nice.
when he was 33, was dating a 15-year-old girl. Now, this girl has come out and said a lot of crazy stuff, has pictures, all this, but none of the pictures really show them dating. Like, okay, some of the pictures she's showing, if you put a context behind, tell a story, you can go, okay, he's got his arm around her. She's in his apartment with pictures. She had access to his apartment. But here's her at this comedy club. She said she worked at 15. But like, you could also say she worked at the comedy club. Maybe she had access because he was there all the time. There's a lot of ways you could say it. Like, the arm around her thing, yeah, I get it. It looks like she's got his hand like near her boob, whatever, when they're like just standing there. And a lot of pictures of them at shows together and things like that. But at the same time, I have a lot of pictures of me with my arms around people. They've taken. I didn't want to do it. People have done my podcast in my house. If they wanted to fucking take a picture of the place and say I was at Pat's apartment, they could have said that. You know what I mean? So it's like, but at the end of the day, he kind of came out and said this. She's been doing this for years. Her and her husband. He's been known for scams and stuff. Who knows who you believe? He could just be saying that this covers on ass too. Who knows? Maybe he was banging a 15-year-old. Right. But the part he says she has mental illness. I'm like, of course she does. She was 15 and thought Jeff Ross was hot. That's fucking mentally ill.
And of course, he was 33 when it happened. They keep doing the shit with the numbers in these fucking articles.
See, I'm happy you're here yet. Dave, go ahead, ask.
What's go ahead. What's with the numbers?
Brandon does not know. I mean, Dave does not know what the numbers, Brandon. Tell him about the numbers.
Well, the number thing is pretty crazy as far as a lot having to do with actually this COVID-19 thing. A lot of the numbers that are reported, it's always like 3.3, 33%. It has a lot to do with the threes, and there's a lot also to do with like sixes. And the way that I look at it, there's a couple ways. There's people like they're controlling everything. I don't think really that's what it is. I think it's coming out either subconsciously or also the fact that the fucking media can legally lie and propaganda us. It's like been proven, right? So they're probably doing this on purpose just to screw with us.
Well, where does the number come from?
Why is the number
33?
Why is it significant?
Yeah,
well, there's a bunch of different ways that numbers are significant. I think it's more of a way for them to signal to each other to kind of laugh at them. So I think they'll use symbols and numbers. So like, say people that are high up in the government and people that are like high up in the media, they really work together behind the scenes. They're like, fuck these assholes. So instead of saying fuck these assholes, they'll put all these numbers everywhere, and then they use things like Waynell Sexton. Have you heard of that name yet?
No.
This is Brandon's favorite thing. We talked about it last week, but go ahead.
George
Floyd's
Floyd's second grade teacher is named Waynell.
George Floyd,
Sexton.
second grade teacher.
George Floyd, second grade teacher. So you think to yourself, yeah, Waynell Sexton, whatever. But no, she's a white lady, Dr. Waynell Sexton.
It's a she?
It's a she.
Well, Brandon believes they're made-up actors, and there's a joke they're putting this name in there because who would call them child Waynell?
I think, honestly, my thing is, so there's some people that are like get into like conspiracy and whatever, and like, oh, they're all to get us. I kind of think there's people behind the scenes that are screwing with us to get to the really smart ones. To be like, look, we're just fucking with these people, you know, like either that or it's maybe jokes. I don't really know what it is, but I kind of look at it that way, so I don't go as crazy. But it's really hilarious.
I really think Waynel would be a
Sexton.
man's name.
Yeah.
Waynel isn't anyone's name.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you had
Waynel
to
is
pick,
what you search when you want to hear. We watch a movie with anal and wailing.
Waynel Sexton, and this is the thing.
Waynel-
Like
Waynel
Waynel
is
is
one of
what
those-
I would say. When you hear the sound, like that deliverance noise, that's Waynel.
well, no, Waynel is like
Waynel.
one of those porn categories that Google's like, did you mean anal? Like, yeah, but that's close
You
enough.
mean white anal?
There you go. You cracked the
white
code.
lady getting fucked by this black guy. I want white on white anal action. Why can't a white guy make her cry? Why is it always gotta be a black guy? I just put make her cry, and now I got a black guy. I want my crying with white people.
So
Who are all these people? They're white. They're anal. They're Waynel.
and there's so many of them. If you look too, the first guy to quit NASCAR because they got rid of the rebel flag, his name was Ray, and his last name was like Sistarelli. So if you said it really fast, it's Ray Sistarelli or Racist O'Reilly or something like that. It works out. Yeah, it's
Dwight supremacist.
yeah, exactly. Write that down. You're gonna be like a prophet. People are like, how'd you know?
Who's the new senator? Dwight
Oh, man.
Powers.
There's
All right,
another.
Powers
There's
is
a
my
guy.
favorite guy.
A
If
guy in
you're
New York.
watching us, Google Spies, I want that gig. I could do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
All right,
there-
another. I just did Dwight Powers. You do another one.
Well, there's another real one. There was a guy that was threatening. He was a black gentleman threatening to burn down some stuff, and one of them was like the Diamond District and all these areas. And his name was Israel Burns. He was threatening to burn down all the Jewish businesses. Yeah, in New York. I'll send you.
I got one. Ray
Because the
Sistman.
name Jew Destroyer was taken.
No, there's another. No, the other one was July Anna. That's somebody's name was JEWLIEANNA. July Anna.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Go ahead, Dave.
hilarious.
No, I said Ray Sistman.
Racist man. There you go.
You're just changing the last name.
What are you talking
His
about?
cousin.
Do this all day. You did it twice. You said,
It's
hire
true.
me, Google. I can
Yeah.
do this all day. You did it twice.
Yeah, I didn't say all day. I said I want the gig. Like, of course, I'm going to take. I get 15-minute breaks every 4 hours. That's just
It's a union gig.
yeah. That's just the law.
I got
Joe
one.
Rogan's getting in trouble.
Oh yeah,
What did Rogan
I've
get in
seen
trouble
that.
for?
Ooh.
Years ago,
Didn't age
he was on
well.
a podcast with Joey Diaz, and he was laughing as Joey Diaz talked about grooming. That's a big thing. This is all becoming the Dalia thing, the Ross thing. That they find these younger girls and then they groom them into
Okay.
things they can fuck later. And yeah, it is creepy. And listen, it is wrong.
Well, Joey Diaz was saying he was for stage time. He would have these girls. He's like, I take them up to the belly. If they want time in the belly room, I make them blow me. And he was talking about how he used to do to this girl all the time. And she wrote him a letter she left Hollywood and was like, you ruined my life. And Joe Rogan's like cackling in the background. That's kind of what people are
But
like.
Joe
"Ugh."
Rogan was laughing at the story.
Oh yeah. No,
Right,
I know.
right.
The girl.
Trust me, I get it.
Wait, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, I get grooming. That's creepy. But we've all had that situation where you just kind of like run out the clock. Like, there are a couple, like, you just keep an eye on and just wait and see if they're legal.
See, dude, that's what Dalia did. You're saying
No.
that, and I hope you're kidding.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. His thing was he'd meet girls that were like 17 and then talk with them on the
Yeah.
internet. And when they said I'm 17,
No. I mean, you don't
would
have
wait.
contact with them.
he
You don't
would
have contact
wait
with them. Like, all right.
and then message them when they were 18 and like, ready to go.
What you don't make any like girl. Okay. What's her name from the Wizards of Waverly Place?
Oh, you're
Like, when
doing
she hit
imaginary
18.
jerk off.
No, I'm just saying, like, you start
Selena
being, you're
Gomez
like,
is what you're talking
yeah,
about.
her. Yeah, like the second she turned 18, she's fair game for purpose, like being pervy around.
But no, what do you mean fair
And
game?
about.
Like, she's fair game for you to fantasize about? That's one thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantasize. Listen,
That's what I mean. You wait, you run out the clock.
listen.
That's
I'm
also
not
kind of
sure.
different because she's already in the public spotlight too. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
forcing her out in front of you. It's like
Not
she's
even
like
that. Think about the guy. If you're going to be a groomer, the best job to have is the guy who works for like Nickelodeon. Let me finish.
Oh my
Guy who
god.
works for Nickelodeon or Disney, and you scout 12-year-olds. You're like, that thing's going to be fuckable in 6 years. That's where they
Yeah.
find all of them. Selena
Oh, yeah.
Gomez, the fucking
Oh, yeah.
iCarly chick,
But the
fucking
thing
Victoria,
about the Disney
they
Nickelodeon
scout
guys,
puss.
they don't wait. Do you know do you remember Head of the Class?
First of all, if you're going to try to give me Dan Schneider knowledge, go fuck yourself.
No.
You don't think I know about Dan Schneider and his ring of fucking grossness? Of course.
Is he the kid who played Arvin? Was he the fat kid from Head of the Class?
Nerd one. He was the fat one.
Okay, yeah, the fat guy from Head
He
of
was
the Class.
also in Good Burger.
Was he really?
Yes, because he produced it. He does all
didn't
those
know
kid things. He produced all those shows. Talk to me about Schneider knowledge. You don't think I got in Schneider info? Heyo.
I see what you did there. I mean, it's no racism.
I think that's the name of this. I think that's the name of this podcast. Though.
I'm trying to
Schneider
real weird spelling.
What was that?
No, that's going to be the name of the next whistleblower.
Robot.
Somebody's like Julian Assange or like
Yeah,
a
you dancing?
whistleblower.
No, bursitis.
Ray and Schneider just dropped all.
I'm
this.
just washing this window. Precise. Well, yeah, Schneider was that guy. They're all creeps like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, we're three grown men here. There have been times in your life you're out somewhere, you turn your head quick because a girl's built a certain way, and you look and you go, oh my god, and then you realize, you look again, you go, oh my god, that girl is way too young.
Yeah.
You can play with it up here all you want. You don't fucking make moves. And you don't.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't wonder if she's legal. You don't ask her how old she is, then tell her you're gonna be a looker, because that was the thing back in the day. Old people would say that you're gonna be a heartbreaker.
Look at her. She's gonna be hot. She's 6, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I know people.
Toddlers like that. They're like a girl. A little kid says something. They're like, "Oh, she's gonna break hearts." Like, what? She's 3.
Well, it's like those pageants where they put those kids in and put all
those are disturbing.
Yeah.
Like some of the kids get like their teeth capped.
Some of them get tits.
These teeth are gonna fall out.
Some of them get a lot worse.
They get tits.
Now,
like
do those
6
fall
and they
out
got
for
tits.
the adult ones?
No, they get like nice little tits. There's 6.
Yeah, they're baby tits. They fall out when the adult ones grow
They're still tits.
Tits.
Kids, don't. If we're gonna leave with one
Let them
thing
be
here,
children. Let them be
don't
kids.
fuck kids.
I think we can all agree.
Yeah. All 3 of us can agree. Unfortunately, not
3 out of 4 comics agree.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
Comes in and goes, bah, 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 bah.
I'm saying, unfortunately, the rest of our civilization can't get on board.
Hot take. Kids, I don't fuck them.
No, I mean, there's definitely a difference.
I don't even
between,
finger them.
Like mid to late teens and then like 6-year-olds. It's like, Jesus Christ, these people, they put their kids, they're even younger in these pageants, aren't they? Are they like 4 and 5 and shit?
Oh yeah.
Even a person that looks at their kid and a baby and goes, I got to get into modeling, their thought is, I have an attractive kid. That's a weird thought. You could think it's your child. So we all think our own children. But if you're like, this kid's other people are gonna see it and want to buy shit because of its looks, that's creepy.
Okay. I know we said we weren't going to make this the podcast about this, but since we're talking about
you said this, I didn't. Brandon and I want this.
Have you get my back on this? There's the cutest, like in order of cuteness for babies, it goes Down syndrome first, then Asian babies, then like everyone else is a tie for third.
Brandon,
what about Mexican babies? What about Mexican babies? Mexican baby? Yeah.
Would you mind Googling each one of those babies quickly? And
They're adorable.
Yeah, we can
Down syndrome and
Down
and
syndrome baby
is number 1, then Asian baby number 2.
I hope it's a song from the 50s. Down syndrome baby.
I like how he's like, we can't talk about retards. Google Down syndrome babies.
Yes. You're not going to find any pictures of Down syndrome babies.
We can't talk about retards.
They didn't let
going down, baby. Down syndrome, baby.
Oh my God!
It's the Nelly song we need to make. Come on.
No, I just saw all the pictures of the retarded.
Show it.
They're so cute.
Show it.
Yeah, that was my response when I said, "Oh my God!" All right, where's the share screen?
I thought you liked my song.
Yeah, no, that was great, but
where are we?
Can you see it?
No, yeah. And also, it's going to be audio, so I got to do a thing. Or can you share with us or no? Set it up so you can share with all of us?
Share screen. Oh, host disabled. You got to do something now.
You got to ask me?
Yeah, you got to do it.
You got to ask for permission, though, right?
I did already. And
I didn't get a thing.
Yeah. Click go near my name, click the 3 buttons, and it'll just say, no, that's not where it does it.
3, the number 3. Don't do it.
So
I click that thing, right? So
maybe that's not where it is.
remove report. I don't know how to
Anyway,
give you.
retard,
We did it last
whatever.
time. I didn't have any. I didn't
Yeah.
do anything.
No, I know. I'm trying to. You have to give me permission. There's somewhere where you have to. Maybe it's in
Oh, here you go.
preferences.
Multiple participants can share. Now try it.
Da, 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 da.
Show me retard. Here we go. Yeah, Dave, you can do
adorable.
something.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
No, but they don't look real.
Look at that.
Look at
He's
this
so
one.
cute.
No, he's not. Not that one. Did you see that one in the
Adorable.
tuxedo?
Was one of the two? Where?
Looks. Oh my God! It looks like
Robert Duvall.
that's Frank Margallo as a baby.
Nice.
Why do all retarded people look like Robert Duvall?
Oh my God, look
He's
at
done
this
that on
one.
2 shows.
Oh, I thought that was its ear. It's his mom's finger. Oh my God! Look at this one. That was me.
Oh my God. They're so cute.
That looks like the kid from Jerry Maguire. Like, I got a giant brain, or whatever the fuck he said.
No, I think it goes Down syndrome,
Down syndrome baby. Oops. there's my
then
brain.
every other kind of baby.
All right, let's look up Asian.
So wait, you think this is the cutest? I don't think they're that
Oh,
cute, man.
absolutely.
I think you're wrong.
I don't know
Oh my
what
God.
you're seeing. Look at that fat kid. Look at that baby.
That's not cute.
Well, not that one, but it's pretty cute.
That's an Eskimo. Eskimo baby. What's wrong with white babies? You know what's a good
I'm
baby?
just ranking them in terms of cuteness.
I'll beat you right now. Look up Blasian baby. Black Asian baby.
Ooh.
That's going to be a hot fucking baby.
All right.
That's
I'm
one you
interested.
fuck.
I reserve judgment.
Look at
until
the
I see
fucking
proof.
cuteness on the hair. Oh, my goodness. These are fucking kids.
I don't know that they're Blasian though.
All right, I said Mexican. Let's see.
Dude, Mexicans aren't attractive at any time.
I'm gonna agree. Circle
I
gets.
don't know, man. I've seen Mexican babies.
El
before.
Circolo gets the squero. By the way,
Thanks
I
for
can't wait
translating
that
that,
during
Pat.
this podcast, the fucking cops just kicked Brandon's door down. What the fuck are you searching?
Have you been googling hot
Oh! Here's a
And
young
Brandon's
Rey
in the background.
Mysterio without his mask.
Oh shit! What happened?
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
I
It's
look
an
at you.
Asian on the
Oh,
screen.
Brandon, why you look at me all
Alright.
night? Brandon, I'm in your nightmare. Look at me, Brandon.
Whoa.
Who's that
What-
guy?
what the
Whoa,
hell is
who's
that?
guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's another podcast I was watching. James True.
Oh, it just looked like that guy's like, I got you, Brandon. Sit down.
Busted.
Look at that. Where's the fat baby?
Look, they culturally appropriated a white baby and wrote Mexican baby stock photo, but
Yeah,
it's just got
what
a
the
white
fuck?
baby with a sombrero. No, click it, Brandon. Not that one. The one with the black hat. That one too. That's a white baby.
Oh, I
Yeah,
saw.
that's what I saw. Yeah.
That's a culturally appropriated baby.
Culture.
Mexicans
should
don't wear
deport-
stripes.
Deport that baby.
California.
They're
wasn't
going
Mexico.
to. And it's like, I'm a white
We
baby.
culturally appropriated their whole land.
200 most popular Mexican baby names for girls and boys. That's not what we want.
All right, what else?
You know what's going to be an ugly one? Cambodian baby.
Ooh, I can't say I know what a Cambodian baby looks like.
You're going to find out in about 2 fucking seconds.
Probably.
And babies
skinny.
get coronavirus popped. What did it say about monkeys? Oh, wait.
This one has a barcode on it. Says,
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Is that like the baby version of Hitler?
yeah. It's just, they missed. Stupid Cambodian.
And the
No,
mustache, it's the hairline.
It's a Cambodian knockoff Hitler. They just move it just a little bit.
It's a Hitler with two
For the
T's.
people listening to just the audio version, you're welcome. You don't need this. If you watch it on YouTube, you're going to see some treats. Cambodians. Yeah, but see, don't go too old. Because Sweden.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, don't go too old because then it becomes like trafficking.
Yeah, you got to get them before they have jobs.
And by that, he means put in a box and sent to a fat white overlord.
Ugh.
What's the over-underlord?
This one's like a queen. Look at this one.
It just has a hat. That's the queen?
Yeah. It's a
I know
golden hat.
guys that smoke weed that wear hats like that. They're not queens.
Well,
I mean,
are
no.
you sure?
I've never met a gay hippie. Have you?
A Gippy?
Yeah. I think
Known
so.
as the Gippy?
Eh?
the gay
feel
hippie.
New one for the Gippy.
I feel like you might not be able to tell.
I smoke more than weed, fellas.
Well, I'm just saying the whole free love thing, it's just kind of like non-specific.
All we are saying is give penis ass.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of that going on, I would imagine.
I hate that Dave laughs silently because everyone would think I'm crushing. Like, Dave is laughing. He just drinks while he laughs.
Yeah, it's good. It's good podcasting when you're constantly taking sips of water.
Listen, I'm gonna fucking put myself there right now. I was at Big Lots today. I was at the register. I turned my head. I saw a bubble booty, and big tits on a blonde girl, and I spun my head, and her face turned, and she was like 50, and I was like, I actually went, oh, like I was mad. No, bad lady. And so I looked at her mother like, shame on you.
Put a burqa on, lady.
Yeah.
But like, that's all I saw. I looked quickly. I realized I walked away. I'm not ever gonna think about what sex would be like with her. That's weird. To think that to me, the grooming shit is not about sex. It's about control. These people, they're like, young people will look at them. Listen, I've dated younger, never like that, obviously legal, all that early 20s when I was in my late 30s. Now my 40s, I've dated people in their 30s. You want people that look at you like you're something. Because when you're on stage, and people that are younger do. People older than me like, holy shit, you've accomplished nothing. What the fuck? You want that doughy-eyed look. So I think these dopes like that because they can tell that there's something bigger. Remember, they're doing this before Google. So you can be like, I'm the greatest thing ever. I think they just want to groom shit. Because I couldn't imagine a 33-year-old man. Why would you want to have sex with someone who's 15, 16? It's not going to be good sex.
Right.
The body might look good, but the sex is going to be awful.
For someone like Jeff Ross, he's just like, oh, sweet. It's the kind of girl I could never get in high school. Like literally that same girl.
Yeah, because she wasn't Jewish.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but he was at that point. He was still Jeff Ross. He's filming. But he's been the roast master guy. He's been pretty famous for a while. At 33, he was still known enough then. Even if you're not, listen. I am turned on by a way. I know this for a fact. I think all of us are. Sometimes some of the things we don't know what we're turned on by comes from what we were turned on as teen when we first started getting attracted by people. I've talked about this before, but like totally. I don't have many fetishes or kinks. Like one of the things is I really like a girl if she wears stockings or pantyhose, and I know that in a skirt or a nice dress because like sunflower is like a sundress or whatever. Because like when I was younger and I was becoming a man, if you will, through puberty, and I would notice girls. The girls that wore that, I was attracted to. And that's still stuck in my head. Now, I don't think about a young girl in those clothes. I now like women in those clothes. And in the fact that I couldn't obtain those girls then, I could now because I'm better than them because they're fat and losers and I'm on stage. But I want them now when they're fat and losers. I can go, yeah, you could have had this shit when it was good for you. Now it's what I'm running, bitch. I'm hotter than you. I like that. I don't want them back then. They were young. I wouldn't even know how to talk to them. I could barely talk to people half my age when I try to date them now.
It's ridiculous. Like teenage girls are they're the worst. They're terrible. Like I can't imagine intentionally keeping one around for any length of time.
Well, my daughter's 18, so go fuck yourself. I'll keep her around because she's my daughter.
It's different when they're related to you. I'm saying
you just said keep them around, Chinese killer baby guy.
I got one in my fridge. You know what's even crazier is you think about how our fetishes or whatever they are molded when we're that age. Think about the kids now. They got porn that they could like look at in their pocket. Imagine how fucked up they're gonna be. Like I can't come unless I got like
they're all
a chip on my nipple.
Why do you think they're all changing their sexes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They peaked.
I always thought it was weird.
Nothing turns them on. They're like, I got to cut off a cock.
Yeah. I always thought it was weird how, like, the answer to kids are, like, there's too sexually distracted at school, so the answer is to put all the girls in schoolgirl uniforms, which
that wasn't
never
the reason
works.
why.
No, that's totally it. It was like there's too much going on. There's too much distraction. Like that was their answer. But like,
well, the original reason was because they wanted to put them in uniforms to make them all the same, so no individual stood out. That's what it really was. We can also say it was sexy, but it really was putting kids in uniforms was getting them ready to go off to school and work later on and wearing uniforms. That's what it really was. They didn't want
taking away the temptation from the boys is to put the girls in uniforms and now make the temptation for the teachers.
Well, you have to also remember though, it's now become the thing where a schoolgirl uniform is like sexy because we got creepy. When that happened, like in the 50s and things, when that happened, no girl wore pants. They all wore skirts and dresses. So it wasn't really different. They all wore skirts. They all wore like socks that were up. They all wore outfits. Yes, they did. Right. If you wore pants, you were ostracized. You were sent to Europe.
They just got shorter,
like in the 20s. No, I think this all goes through like what's the Halloween test? Like when did the schoolgirl uniform become a Halloween costume? Because that's
right after it became a porn thing, dude.
1987.
Do you have the day, Brandon?
Dave, what that really comes from, obviously, is that the simple fact that guys like you, creeps that can't handle people in clothes, but we can't talk about retards. But anyway.
It's not that I can't handle people in clothes. I prefer them out of them.
Show me retarded babies. But what happens there is, obviously, we just talked about, I didn't go to school with girls in uniforms. But if I did, obviously, the first girl I would have a crush on or be attracted to would have been wearing a uniform like that. So therefore, that would make me think about that as sexy. So people in their heads would think about, think about it, in school, a senior girl sometimes is 18 and her body's developed the best it's going to be, and she's wearing that uniform. Now, when she was 14, she looked like a girl, that was a baggy outfit, whatever. But when she was 18, that sticks in some people's minds. So therefore, I think strippers were the first ones to go, this would be naughty. Let's do that. Let's wear it. And guys would be like, this is hot, but how do I tell my wife? Well, hopefully somebody makes it into a Halloween costume, and they did, so now they can get their wife to wear it, but they don't care about Halloween. They just want to fuck her when she was a kid.
See, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying to your wife, God, I wish you were a younger woman.
Nothing? There's nothing wrong with that.
I can't see how that would work out. Like, what could possibly go wrong there?
And you've been married how many times?
0.
And how many people think the two of you are gay? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing.
Wait, do people think that Brendan and I are gay, like, together?
Dude, that would be so hot. No way. The two of you?
The way you phrased it.
Too handsome.
The way you phrased it. That you wonder why people think you're gay. You made it sound like they think we're gay.
I mean, the number of times that people have said to me separately, is that person gay? I'm like, well, what about me? Why can't I be gay? Like, no. Men wouldn't fuck you.
One, I'm pretty well put together. 2, I've been a dancer, until recently. I was a dancer for a long time. So
Dave, no one's questioning that you're gay, except for you.
Like
I had some guy yell. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking, like, when we were kids, that was the insult. Now as an adult, I'm like, that's the nicest thing you could say. Like, if you mistook me for gay, I'm like, thank you. I didn't realize you thought I was doing that well.
Because you're pandering, you fuck. You're not happy when they call. If some girl's like, oh, I was going to date you, but I thought you were gay. You're not like, thanks, lady.
If she thought I was gay, she'd be into me because chicks dig gay guys.
No, she would. Because she thought you were not into her. You were tricking her with your grooming. Your gay
I was grooming her to see if she'd want to turn me.
So I had a guy, I yelped my legs in the UPS van the other day. Guy or girl, I'm not sure. It was like a, whatever.
One of those?
On the streets of Fairfield. He's like, sexy legs. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that. I was happy.
Yeah, and I'm a 40-year-old man.
You weren't happy. It's weird.
Well, this is what it is, right? I'm just happy because if he's saying it, then at least women are thinking it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Because he's honest.
If he's saying it, women
are. If my legs were garbage, because he was younger. If I had garbage legs, he'd be like, ew, put those things away. I know he would say that.
I'm with you on this.
You don't know him. If he's picky, then yeah. But if he's one of those people that sits at a bar and waits for a heifer to fucking get drunk and doesn't have any fucking taste, he just wants to fuck, you just say so. The fact that he said that means that he looked. First of all, if you had your hair like that, he probably thought you were a lady. He's sexy legs, and you turn around like, thanks, and he's like, ah, fuck.
No, this guy, this person definitely was like, hey. Yeah.
He's like, where do you work? UPS?
No, I was just driving by. Like, I was in the passenger seat because the door's open. Legs hanging out. He was catcalled. I was catcalled. See? I know what it's like.
It feels good.
I I've been getting
Except I could have smashed the jet if the guy came near me. I would just been like, boom. It's not. I wasn't threatened at all.
when I've been running now, it doesn't stop. These women are fucking thirsty. COVID made them thirsty as fuck.
COVID
They don't
thirsty
stop.
horse.
They got the COVID thirst. They're all trapped inside. They want to find them a man. They fucking see me. I'm being told how young I look and how attractive I am, and I can't believe you're this. I can't. Like, fuck off. If you're going after me, lady, I can't even take care of myself.
If the price of getting laid is running, like I'm just not gonna get laid.
I love running. I don't love getting laid. Listen, of course we all like sex, but I don't. Brandon and I have talked about this. I don't have that drive. I don't think about it at all.
Yeah.
I did when I was younger, but I was never that guy.
Yeah,
who was let's go out and get bitches. I was never that guy.
Well, I was never that guy because of lack of skill, but like the idea of sex, like let's get laid. Every teenage
Never
boy.
drove me.
Really?
No, Brandon, same way.
Like, I never-
really
Well,
tried.
no,
It did when he was
used
younger,
to.
but now
I didn't do anything about it because I didn't know how, but like that thought was always there, just like slamming in the back of my head, like sex.
Brandon
I got to the
throwing at
point
him
where
constantly. It just still was like enough.
That's what I got to this point, and I was just like, I don't know, I just felt empty. It's because I basically realized I had an addiction, and people say sex addiction. I used to laugh, but no, I'm like, oh, I get it now. I had a low self-esteem, so I had this hole in myself, and I was filling it with women randomly.
I was filling their holes to fill my hole.
I was filling the hole, you know what I mean? So ever since I figured that out about myself, it's been totally different. But I've been over the hill, so I've been there. I know what it's like now. I'm like,
So was it about?
I'm with you.
Was it about getting laid, or was it about the conquest?
It was like about it was a lot of it because while you're having sex, you're very much in the present moment. So it was a lot of that. It was also
Not me.
Conquest.
Not me. I'm everywhere else. I'm telling you, my mind doesn't stop. That's the one problem with me. I think about like, sometimes I'll think about, am I doing this right? Is this okay? Whatever. Should I do this? I overthink. I can't chill. And sometimes when I'm finally with someone I care about them, then I can chill. But at the beginning, I'm the worst person to start dating because, my God, everyone's like, do you have ED? I'm like, no, I wish I had a fucking excuse. I just overthink and I can't get comfortable. Once I get comfortable, then I can do it. So I don't have that drive for it. I like chatting with people and hanging out, but it's not, and I had a lot of problem in relationships with this because I don't ever push the subject. Like, you have to push it with me. I'm in once you say you're in, but I'm never someone who's like, let's go have sex. I just don't even think about it.
For me, I was such a late bloomer for sex. Like I barely made it out of my teens. Like 3 days before I turned 20 is when I lost my virginity. So once I figured out that I could start to get laid, it was like making up for lost time. And it was not about the conquest. It was about the, like, okay, I want to do this. And then I got to the point where as I started having more sex, I started to understand the difference between, like, okay, there's a lot of bad sex. This is dumb. Why am I spending all this energy to like break myself over impressing them, talking them into it, and then getting to the point where like I'm the one performing, because if I don't, like, that makes me look bad. If I want to be good at sex, I want to be known as good at sex. So I worked hard at that. And then like women don't have to be good at sex because they're chased for sex. So I'm like, why am I letting this be? Why am I working this hard? Why am I letting this rule me? This is a waste of my goddamn time. So then I was just like, and now this is where I'm at. This is what motivates me. I'm like, I don't care. Like I see women and I'm like, you know what? Unless I'm really into you, I'm not going through, like, I'm not flirting with you. I'm not hitting on you. I know the game. I'm not going to play it unless I think you're worth being around.
Bullshit.
I feel that way now too.
Yeah, you both do. But here's
now I feel that way now. I didn't feel that way for a long time.
No, I haven't either. But yeah,
I call bullshit on the, and I don't mean that you're feeling. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
But there is no bad sex. Sex is a guy's putting his penis. No, listen to me. A guy is putting his penis inside someone to have the feeling of friction. That's what you're doing. That's what sex is. You can it's where your mind is. It's all still the same feeling. You can sit there and not be mentally ready and not be in the mood or not like the person or put all these things on it where you think it's bad or think it's good. At the end of the day, it's just this thing we want to do. We're here to create and supposed to do things. We're all driven to do it. Most of my relationships from like 15 to basically once I got divorced and probably about like 35, most of my relationships, I never knew if I was in love because I would have sex. I would love having sex with that person and thought I loved that person. But the second it ended, I'm like, I don't miss that person at all. I missed the sex part. So I was realizing, but there was times where I liked sex with them and I didn't, depending on my mood, how we were fighting, how we were getting along, how I cared about them, my excitement towards them. So it's not good or bad sex. It's good or bad mentality. And the sex is just sex.
No, see, I there are some things I will agree with, but not that. Like there is a difference.
Fuck you then.
No, it's like, for me, it was like you spend, like, all right, you do all this shit. Like if someone was going to cook you a meal, right? You do all this shit. Like you dress up, you make sure you compliment them, you do the dishes, you have this moment. And then but dinner is burnt. Like it's a bad meal. That sex can be like that. You work as a dude, you work to convince a woman like, oh yeah, he's someone I'll fuck. And then you get there and women don't have to try at sex because guys will be like, all sex is good sex.
Yes, they do.
So
I know you say
most
that.
Of them don't. Most of them
try at
don't.
it too. They do. If they just lay there dead, it's not the same as when they move around their sex.
But that's what I mean. There is such a thing as bad sex. Now, I will say this.
Listen, I've eaten a burnt meal and still had a great time.
Yeah, did you get heartburn after?
I think it's just the
I've gotten heartburn most of my life until I lost weight, and now I'm sexy. You don't get heartburn.
Sexy, and I know it. I think it's the description of the word bad. You guys are. It's kind of like a first world problem thing. Like you're saying, like right,
sex.
I see what you're saying, but I also agree with Dave too because I've been in situations like that, and I see what you're saying. But I've had it just depends on the individual person. Everyone's different, so it's hard for me to say who. But I know what you're saying. There's no real pressure on them. It's on you to perform for them. Yeah. I
think there's a lot of pressure on them because if it doesn't good, guys are more willing to run around and go, that bitch sucks in bed. She's terrible. If they don't do well, they get shamed. If they do real well, they get shamed. It's pressure.
I don't think
way.
I think the pressure that they feel is like
my dick in their ass.
I think the pressure that women feel is like all the self-talk they've got going on, but most guys are so like, yay, I'm having sex, that any sex is good sex. So there isn't that like, this was good, this is bad, or you were shit.
It's all just sex.
And also, I wanted to just say that I didn't mean that. I don't think women have pressure in that department. I just meant from your point of view, I could see.
No, you were saying Dave was awful. Brandon, we understand. You were saying Dave is awful.
No, I meant.
No, this ties into what we were saying before about like banging underage girls. It's going to be terrible sex. They don't know what they're doing.
Here's the thing. I like sex. I like vagina. I'm a big fan. Agreed. Every time any woman, like no matter who she is, anytime any woman has ever allowed me to see her naked, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything. And I enjoy it every goddamn time. And I miss it when it's gone. I do. Even if I don't miss the person, I miss those moments together. I enjoy that. I enjoy that sex. But I don't think there's bad or good, whatever. It's because the second it's done, I'm just the second I just don't care. But then again, I'm not into it all the time. There are times where I'm thinking about, is she happy? That's mostly what I'm thinking the entire fucking time.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Exactly. Like,
but
that's
she's also thinking about me. I've had many girls. I'm telling you, dude, relationship where they're worried. I think you've dated.
I think the internal dialogue is.
Because you were in the dance world, you've dated some really conceited fucking people, and that's fine. They dance around. I've dated some people like me that have mental problems. We're all my best relationship sexually and just overall is when someone else is like me, where they're so worried about the other person being happy that you fucking just hurt yourself more. Like you're more about the other person being pleased. My last couple of relationships, that's exactly what it was. Like we're both so worried about it, then we get frustrated thinking the other one's not happy or doesn't make us feel wanted, and you get bad. But it's just sex. It's just sex. It's the mental part that makes it good or bad or indifferent. This actual sexual part is just sticking your thing in a hole and doing a thing.
See, I respectfully disagree. My experience has been there are certain things you can learn, and there are books you can read,
people
and
think
I've
you're
read
gay.
them all. This guy reads a lot of books about vagina. Must be gay.
Yeah. You're reading books about vagina. I'm too busy telling vagina to get out of here.
I'm too busy in vagina.
I'm too busy wrapping my man's hand around a dong.
I couldn't.
Jerking off.
Yeah, your own dick. Yeah, it's right. You're
Yeah.
right.
I'm not. You're wrapping it around.
That's also why I used
You have to wrap.
to,
I'm not trying to go into a girth contest, but you're wrapping all the way. You got a skinny peenie?
I mean, like, I can get the fingers to touch, not all of them.
Did you just do the okay? You can get in there.
No, I can get
white power, everybody.
Right.
Everybody uses the white. That's gonna get taken up. We all did the white power symbol together. That was fun.
No, this is the OK symbol. It's 666.
No, it became white power.
Really? How is this white power? That's cultural appropriation.
Makes the W and this makes the P. I don't know.
Oh, it's actually 666. That's what it really is. Just so you know, it's 3 6s with it.
I always heard this was.
It's
asshole.
actually this thing.
Asshole. Oh, that's
It's actually glasses you can put on, and you can see the world. It's amazing.
First guy to do that was a great comic. I don't care what he was doing. The first guy to take pictures and do OKs, flip out his face and go glasses crushed. He had to crush.
He probably did it before there were glasses. Everyone's like, "You asshole!" He's like, "No, there'll be these things in the future. Trust me."
Or he put those on to read. They're like, "What are you doing? I can't see. I'm gonna try this."
Oh, that's much better.
And then he took a string and put it halfway through. It's like bifocals. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Before glasses. What a visionary he was.
Oh, visionary. I get it.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for getting things. I'm calling this one visionary just to remind Dave.
Because glasses improve your vision.
They do. They do improve your vision. They're not improving this podcast. You put mine on, see what works. So no retards. All right, we're done. That's the key. What class you got? What's on that class?
Spider-Man.
Nice.
Yeah, goddamn right.
I got nothing. I got a cup that looks like a pumpkin, kind of.
Not a big fan of pumpkins.
Never mind. I like this cup.
I got my Panera cup left over.
They're open for dining.
Way to be a corporate shill, Brandon.
It's so funny because Brandon hates all fucking big companies, corporations.
What city are you in front of?
Hello, formerly known as Seattle, but it's really Jazz.
The funny
Where's
thing
the
is
Space Needle.
Find his head, the giant thing with the needle.
I put this up as a background months ago. I just put city, and I didn't even realize what city it was. And then someone's like, "Hey, that's Seattle." They're like, "Are you doing that because of Chaz?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Did you guys see those fucking idiots that in Chop or Chaz, whatever, that like somebody was dying and then they were getting mad at the fucking people for not coming in? Like, you fucking made your own country. Fuck you. Get your own people.
One of my favorites was they interviewed the woman who found the guy who was shot, and she was talking about like, so eventually someone just got their van, and then they spent another couple of minutes looking for a backboard. That sounds like exactly what you want when someone's bleeding out.
Yeah,
just pull the van around. Do you have a backboard? No. Let's see if we can find something.
I'm guessing for the most part, things are fine there, but we're going to hear the stories of the crap. It's stupid what they're doing, but I'm sure it's not as crazy all the time. But there was that one fun story about the person who was actually making a video about how wonderful it was, and then someone robbed them and stole their phone.
Oh, that was so good.
That looks so funny.
Dave, I know you don't understand Zoom yet, but if you don't let me finish, it just cuts off both of us. So you have to wait.
Oh, sorry.
And then go, here's my zinger. That's how we have to do it.
So should I go now?
There. See the yellow box? It's around me because I'm chatting. Watch, you talk.
Okay. Oh, I got the box.
You got the bot, Brandon.
Yeah, that whole Chaz thing though, I saw there was also like a lot of city workers there.
Wait, now Brandon has the box. Should I not be talking?
Yeah. There's like porta potties all in here in chat right here. There's porta potties. There was this one thing somebody spray painted and it said, "This is not a festival." I'm like, that kind of means it's a festival. Like, you have to spray paint.
That's like when you go to a bathroom and it says, "This is not a glory hole." There's a dick coming out.
Yeah, it's a glory hole.
Glory hole. There's no glory there.
Old Glory.
Yeah,
You don't
they
want
should
old Glory Hole. Nobody wants that. I want new Glory Hole. Is that a reboot with Denzel Washington? No, that's Glory. That's Glory Hole. No retards. That should be the name of the podcast. So Dave gets every time Dave gets Googled, it just says Dave Hintz, no retards.
No retards.
See, we didn't talk about retards.
Dave, have you gotten any stand-up gigs yet? Live outside gigs?
Nothing yet. No.
Is that going to be a better answer? No. I've got my first one on Thursday.
Nice. Where?
Waterford, outdoors. I'm doing a thing for Brouth. It's him, Rivera, Christine Blinn, and me. And
Nice.
I haven't been on stage since March 14th. And I don't think I'm going to do any of my old material.
Good.
Outstanding.
I've been writing a lot of stuff. I don't know how much time I'm doing. I'm guessing like 20-something minutes. I'm ready. I've been writing stuff. It's just going to be the memorization and the rust off it. But I don't really want to. Maybe I'll do one or two things if I have to. If I feel like it's not flowing, because I got to do something. But I feel good with the stuff I can talk about. And I don't know. I'd rather come out working on new shit. Going back, I think I'd overthink doing the old stuff because I know the expectations of that more than I do about the new stuff. So I know that with the old stuff, if it doesn't hit, I'm like, fuck, I'm doing something wrong. With the new stuff, I'm like, just go with the new stuff. So I go with that mentality. I can have more fun. I'll be more excited about it.
I get that. I'm more jazzed. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, psychologically, that's probably really smart because I'm not saying that you should do COVID jokes and all this stuff, but people are in a different headspace right now. And not that we should get out there and do all that, but I think making it topical and relevant and stuff is going to hit a lot harder. Because if you go on there and you're doing these jokes, that's a whole new world we just left. You know what I'm saying? We don't live in that world anymore. So I'm actually writing a book about it, everybody. So you can check it out when I'm done. Yeah.
What's the name of the book?
I'm not
Bovidian
sure.
Rhapsody.
It's going to have to do with like the Dark Night of the Soul, but I'm not sure if I'm going to make it like something weird like Dark Knights Matter.
It's called Batman Returns.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Dark Knight Rises.
He's hoping it sells real well with the name Batman Returns.
It's going to be called the Holy Bible.
The jokes I'm working on, it won't be so much COVID, but it will be about. I like to do all my jokes and I write things in like a grouping. So the theme is perspective. How I looked at things before and how I look at things now. So it's about the times that changed, but now how I see things, what I've seen in the world that's different now than then. I'm not going to focus on like, people having COVID or Chinese guy eating soup and all that kind of shit. It's going to be more about like, I think I've said this to Brandon before, but one of the things I've been working on is a lot of, jokes about when I was before this. If a girl, I'm not a big fan of getting like boob pics, but it was kind of cool if a girl like I never saw naked is like, hey, you want the little teasing? I don't want that now. I want a chin pic because I ain't seen a chin in months.
Oh my God.
I want to pull that mat. Yeah, girl, show me that chin. And then like getting into a whole thing about like this is the best time for women with jagged teeth and mustaches to shine because they're covering up all their shit part. Cleft palate girl can get fucked right now because she covers that up. And you can describe girls better because, like, you can say, oh, Cindy, the big tits and the red mask. You couldn't say big tits before, but now that they're back, baby, you can say it. And kind of like going with jokes that way. You know what I mean? Like, more perspective and stuff.
I have legit had problems recognizing people, like the lottery job. Like, okay, so you can only see people from the bridge of the nose up, but then they come in with, like, changed hair and wearing sunglasses, and, like, I have no idea who this person is.
Brandon doesn't allow people to talk to his mask on. He tells them I can't either take it off or don't talk.
I can't hear you, and I refuse. I haven't worn a mask yet. I've worn a mask twice. Once because I was sanding the wall in this apartment, and another time I was painting. And that's it.
He wore a mask for what you're supposed to wear.
The mask is like a guy saying to a girl, just put the tip in, all right? If we don't fucking draw the line at us covering our mouths for this fucking nonsense, I know we're going to make this about this, but anyway, yeah. That's Pat. I'm his hero now when I was in Boston Market or whatever.
Boston, I've told down here about it. It's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
So we're going to Boston Market, and Brandon, I bring in the mask because I listen, and I wanted meatloaf. And so we're going in, and Brandon's like, no mask. I'm like, it says right in the door, no mask. Like, I don't care. walks in, the white manager. If you had to like typecast a white manager for a Boston market, he was like he was like about Brandon's height. He had like graying hair. He looked like he was very sad to be in an apron. And here comes another problem for the day. So Brandon walks in and he's like, "You're gonna have to wear a mask." And Brandon's like, "I legally don't have to, and you can't make me wear a mask. I'm about to come in here." And the guy's like, "But you have to wear a mask." And Brandon's like, "Well, I have a medical condition." And the guy goes, "Well, what's your medical condition?" He goes, "I don't have to tell you that because that's a violation of HIPAA code, so I don't have to tell you anything at all." And the guy's like, "Well, you can't, we'll serve you, but you can't stay." He's like, "We're going to stay anyway. We're going to eat outside." Next thing you know, Brandon's getting food. I'm wearing the mask like, I like turkey.
That's outstanding.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time, and I try not to be rude, and I'm really nice, and I'm even more calm and patient now with people because I understand that they're just retarded. It's not my fault, but
we can't talk about that. Not with Dave present.
Search. You could look. There's so many doctors that are telling you it's such a bad idea. You're breathing in your carbon monoxide or your own carbon dioxide. You're damaging yourself. You're destroying your immune system. You're giving yourself headaches. There's so many bad things. And the positive things that they say, they've never proved it. There's actually the study, the whole social distancing thing was something that a college student came up with. It's like there's people who are looking at us, and it's like we're putting leeches on each other to cure each other. And they're like, look at those idiots, like people in other countries. Yeah, this is more about control.
So I've been, and not to go down this route, but like I have been, especially with the masks, about like, does it work? Does it not work? I've read all that literature on both sides as much as I could. And for me, what really drove it home is I went to work and they make you mask up to walk in the building. So I'm wearing one of the masks and I walk in the men's room and someone's taking a shit and I can smell it. I'm like, well, okay. If it's not blocking like the shit in the air, then there's no way it's getting a virus that's going to be smaller than that. But like I started laughing out loud. The poor dude just trying to do his thing. I'm like, come on.
You thought the mask stopped smell?
Do you remember that when you were a kid? You do this when someone farts?
And you still smelt it.
Yeah.
There's nobody who didn't still smell it.
But I'm saying, if it can't.
How many times, Brandon, have you seen people? I've seen adults do that when they forget their mask, and that's even sillier.
Yeah. Oh,
right,
that's
right.
great.
It's just it's what really drove home. Like it's I'll do it because they say that's what you have to do, and I'm being polite, but it's horse shit. It doesn't stop anything.
You know what it is too? I've noticed since I haven't worn it, so many people are actually thanking me. Even at stores, I've had people say, "Thank you for not wearing a mask. I don't want to wear this mask. It's bullshit." I'm like, all right, well then don't wear the mask. I don't know what to tell you because legally they can't make you do it. There's so many ways. I mean, the thing I said with the whole medical thing, but also any law that is repugnant to the Constitution is invalid. So they can't just make up a law. You know what I'm saying? You could just say no. And that's where it starts. That's the hidden word, the lost word. Is no. That's the most powerful word. All you got to do is say no. You don't have to go out and do a march. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to burn nothing down. You just got to do your thing where you live. And when they come to mess with you,
that's
Nancy
no. Reagan, this bitch.
Exactly. And that's why you own guns. Because when they try to still make you, then you say no. And then you say no, motherfucker. You say no. Sorry.
That you just answered my next question. How many guns do you have?
Oh, I can't answer that, but I will tell you that I'm a legal gun owner.
Okay, how many are you licensed for?
I was the thing is in Connecticut you just need a license to carry. So that's really to carry, and you don't have to carry concealed. So I have a license, and I was in the Marine Corps. I have a lot of training. I actually will train people if anybody's ever interested. I've taken several people to learn to shoot and stuff. Yeah,
I'll do that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like it's one of these things where it gets a bad rap. Obviously, we see in the media and all that stuff is like, it's like, guys, I don't know. That's a whole nother discussion.
My favorite was when Brandon, we walked out of the Boston Market thing, and we're talking about. I'm like, "Where else have you done that?" He goes, "I've done it a couple of times." This is like when it was early on, and he goes, "There's one I've been wanting to do." And remember, Brandon, you said the one I want to do is when I go in and they go, "Do you have a mask on?" He's like, "Well, no, because it's illegal for me to wear a mask and carry a firearm." I would love to see the reaction of those fucking people.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna say, I really feel like saying to somebody, if I'm wearing a mask, I'm not gonna pay. Like if I'm wearing a mask, I'm robbing you, because then at least I'm not going along. I'm just a robber. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. These are all jokes, everybody. We're comedians.
Not all jokes. A lot of that was good knowledge. I think Dave is
No, I know.
open-minded.
I'm
Dave's gonna start coughing on people now. He feels better about things.
Yeah. Well, if you really want to be woke, Dave, you gotta look into terrain theory, and then you will realize that in the future they're gonna laugh at us for even believing in viruses.
Can you quickly, since you brought it up, explain terrain theory?
They've never proved that a virus existed. Basically, what they did was they found bacteria, and they saw that bacteria got sick, and then other people were getting sick, right? And they were like, how are they getting sick? So they proposed this whole theory that it must be viruses. And Louis Pasteur got all these other people sick. Well, then later it came out in his private writings that he was full of shit, and he never really got anybody to get contagiously sick. And then there's also another book about this by, I think it's called Something Rainbow by author Arthur Furstenberg is his name.
Books about rainbows.
So to break it down,
let's go right to the sky.
What it really is going on is the terrain theory is, it says that there's a poison in your environment. There's a toxin that's causing you to be sick. And there's these things called exosomes, which they proved existed. And they said, hey, they look just like a virus. But what happens is this theory says that when you get sick, your cells break down and they release exosomes, and they surround the toxins.
Highway to the exosome.
Bow, bow. So they surround these toxins and they isolate them. And this is what people see as viruses. They see these exosomes and they're incorrectly labeling viruses, because what happens is when they invented the electron microscope, they had this theory about viruses. They looked inside and they saw this DNA particle and they said, hey, that must be the virus. So basically, even when they're doing a test for COVID, they're testing for strands of RNA. They do what's called a PCR test. And all they do is they take a piece of, they don't even strain it. They take a piece of all what's in your lung, this crap, they just throw it on a slide, and they just make it bigger. They go by ×2, then ×4, then they magnify it. And they magnify it up to 40 times. And if you magnify it 60 times, everybody tests positive. Everybody will have this
shit.
Yeah,
that's like if you magnify everyone's dick, everyone's got a fucking 12-inch penis. Asians are like, I like 60%. Ooh,
and I know it.
awesome.
These are. I've learned this all from doctors. I've had them on shows. Like I met this dude, and like he put these things together, and I was able to talk to different doctors. We had these roundtables. I have them on my YouTube channel, and a couple of them got like hundreds of thousands of views through other doctors' channels. It was crazy. Some of the stuff they say is a little out there, but some of the stuff, I mean, the whole terrain theory thing, it just makes sense, because if you look at it, when you start to look psychologically, we're also taught germ theory psychologically. Like it gets really deep. It gets meta. You know, I
gotta say, I don't understand germaphobes on any level. Like, I just don't get it.
I am a bit of one. I mean, not like crazy, but like it's not so much about getting sick. I just don't like I know that some people are gross. Like I've been in enough bathrooms to see many people not wash their hands and then come out of a toilet. So I know, and they're going to shake my hand after a show. So after a show, I usually have Purells on with me, not because I'm worried about getting sick, getting germs. I'm worried about getting shit on my hand. I'm worried about getting snot on my hand. I've watched them eat food while they're laughing. I've watched them not use napkins or wipes, eating wings, and they're going to touch me. So I am a germaphobe in that sense. But like not with everything. I also will never try on a fucking shoe that's just hanging in a fucking store, like a sandal. And I'm at Big Lots. I'm watching these Mexican hoof dancers throwing their fucking bunions in there, just shoving their feet in, trying it on, and pulling it back out. Fuck you! I don't want your stink feet.
By the way, Mexican hoof dancer, is that an essential job or is that non-essential?
Trump doesn't allow them here, so now it's
build a wall. We got to keep the hoof dancers out.
Mexican hoof dancer is the name of the podcast.
God damn it! As a former hoofer, I feel that they're taking my job.
El Lordo of the Ringo, El Lordo of the dance. I'm Miguel Flatley, and that joke
by
was
the
just
way,
for Dave.
Clips of South Park for some reason have been showing up in my YouTube video, and they nailed it. There's one where they talked about like police rioting and stuff, and it was the reporters, and it goes, "Oh, a bunch of people had a problem with the cops, and they want to open an honest dialogue. Let's go." And they cut to it, and it's just a bunch of people singing "F fuck the police" outside of a police station, just like what happened in Minnesota. I was like, oh my God, this is like 3 years ago. It's crazy.
I don't really get the rioting thing. Like we talked about this, Brandon.
No.
I'm all about protesting. I'm all about speaking your mind. It doesn't work. It's not going to work in a mass yelling. At the end, if 30 people come to talk to you about something, you feel confronted, you feel crazy, you're going to act defensive. If 1 or 2 people come to speak with you with a plan, they mobilize, they organize, they have a strategy, and they want to talk to you about how we can change things, I'd be willing to listen. But a mob of people are there. Most of them are there to be part of the mob. There might be 2 or 3. I'm too loud and angry of a person to ever go and talk about things. I'm also not smart enough to come up with those plans. So I would wait for other people who can take a breath, relax, and talk about changing things, about how we can make the police, if we're going to use police, then we're going to use them in a way that they're given more respect, because the people that want the job want the job. They're not just taking it because they couldn't make the fucking football team. Like, we want something like that. I won't know how to do that. I don't know the answers to it. So I wouldn't get in a group and just start yelling and then go, by the way, since we're doing this, let me steal a sneaker. Fuck you. And why does Black Lives Matter have a sponsor now? Now that's pissing me off. They have sponsors. Apple, everyone's giving
do you
money,
know there's 2
billions
different
of
Black
dollars.
Lives Matters? There's 2
Oh,
different.
yeah, I just did. I heard that.
What happened? So the original Black Lives Matter was started by
So
an older black
two
guy.
Black Lives Matter?
Exactly, only 2.
So now it's technically true. Black Lives with an S.
Yeah, and the newer one's an international organization, and they're suing the other guy.
One's actually incorporated.
One's actually a black guy, and the other one's just an international organization, and he's suing the black guy. Of course. Man, it gets hijacked. These movements get hijacked.
Oh my God!
Why, yeah.
So when the protest first started, I watched some footage, and I officially checked out. There were 2 people that I watched. One was just a white dude in khakis and flip flops, and he's filming. I'm like, yeah, way to support, bro. Way to support. And then there was a white woman who was wearing like the crop top with her abs out, and she had her makeup done, and she's out there protesting. I'm like, come on.
Well, the whole thought. Okay, listen, we should all just fucking treat people like people.
Agreed.
Good, bad, or indifferent. It shouldn't matter about anything. That being said, when you are all saying the same thing, you don't mean it. None of those people, their whole lives have thought Black Lives Matter. They've thought about themselves. Why don't we just go back to selfish? Go back to selfish. If you think about yourself, then you care about yourself so much. You're not bothered by other people. You're not going to be an asshole. The problem is with social media, we all care about what everyone else is doing so we can fit in properly. So if everyone else is yelling at one person, then we're like, we got to jump in. But if you're selfish like me and just post about yourself and don't even know other things are going on, then your focus is on you and the ones you love. I'm not racist. I just don't care that you exist. Nobody's lives matter to me except for the people I fucking know.
No lives matter.
There's probably
My life matters.
I told Brandon this. There's probably some really nice people in Egypt. They don't fucking matter to me because I never goddamn met them. Fuck them. I don't care about them at all. You know what matters? Behavior matters. Don't be an asshole. Don't throw a brick through a goddamn window. Behave okay, and that's what fucking matters. Upset about something, write a letter.
I don't trust anyone for a second who says they care about someone they don't know. Like when shit happens in other parts of the world, like Puerto Rico gets slammed by a hurricane, I think everybody who isn't related to someone in Puerto Rico goes, oh, it's too bad. Like, that's an honest reaction. Like, oh, I hear that, and that sounds bad. But that's like as much emotion as you give. When you start just like, oh, I really care, I think you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Well, then, Dave, you're full of shit because at the beginning of this podcast, you cared about Selena Gomez.
No, I said I think the polite thing to do is you run out the clock.
And
that's
you cared about Down syndrome babies.
I think they're cute. I think
they're sexy.
Cute baby.
Michaels.
I think you're really right because it's obvious that people don't really care because if you take it to its logical end, I mean, so Barack Obama, who's our first black president, right? He invaded Libya. No, listen, You're gonna love this because him and Hillary Clinton. Like, I'm not trying to make this political because I hate both sides. All right, I just hate government. We'll just get that out of the way. Look, more laws, more problems. See that right there above me. Anyway, so Barack Obama
got 99 problems, but the laws ain't one.
Yeah, they're all the problems. So he decides to invade Libya, take out Gaddafi, and because of that, right now there are open slave trade again. There's an open slave trade again in Libya, in Africa.
Dave, let's get in.
You could buy a human now for $400, and back in
throw our
slave
money
days,
together.
Whoa, say that again.
you could buy
First
a
of all,
human now because of the first black. How ironic is that? Because of our first black president, he invaded a country, and now their country's so terrible, and there's a power vacuum there that they have open slavery.
What's the going rate?
$400. I heard. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Brandon, when you say $400,
That's starting at, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're not getting a good one.
Yeah, that's
right.
probably
Is that an old one?
No, I think that's. I don't
something
know.
Borrowed, something blue.
Yeah, you're not going to get a Selene Gomez, for.
You're not getting yourself a Gomez.
You're not getting a Gomez analog for you're going to get like a.
Like, all right, we talking 2020 or am I
Listen,
going to have to like 2017?
You're going to get yourself a couple Lisa Turtles at best. You know what I mean?
Listen here, you're trying to pawn off all these 1990 humans. Let me see something from this decade, God damn it.
How much for a Corky? Oh, that's like $50. You can get
How much? What's it gonna take for me to get you into this slave?
to this slave. Could we have a deal today? My manager said we got to get rid of 10 slaves today.
Oh,
He's a real slave driver, ain't he? My manager.
Are they any good? Are they any good? Do you know how much these Black Lives Matter?
But yeah, people are crying because of shit that's going on here. It's like, yeah, we caused that, you fucking idiots.
The slogan, we'll whip you into a frenzy. Come on down. And if you order now, you get a free statue. They've torn a bunch down America of all the best slave owners. We'll give you one for each slave you get.
Yeah, and not even the right ones. That's the best part.
Can you get like a full set, or do you have to buy them individually?
What's a full set?
Like a family.
I thought you meant like a basketball team.
One day I'd like to meet a nice woman, settle down, and have a full set.
My dad's been married 3 times. He made a couple sets. He's
got 3 full sets.
A collection.
3 sets is a collection.
It's like going to 7-Eleven when you were a kid and getting the big gold cups. It's like, I got Mandingo.
Start to train. Do you have an Umbatu rookie?
I've got 3. Maybe 1 for a Matumbo. Dave didn't want to talk about retards.
We talked about slavery instead.
I gotta say, now I understand why the topic is so hot right now. It's fucking hilarious.
That's what I mean. It really is. It's like, And the thing is, the people who are most, the people I see who are most offended are white liberals that are. And the funny thing is, if you read a little bit about even what Malcolm X said about white liberals, it's not good. Like, Google it. He's like, they're the devil. He's like, no, yeah.
I love that Brandon always laughs in the middle of a black man's name.
I love Malcolm X.
Say Barack Obama.
Barack
X.
He brought slavery. He brought it back. How great is that? I'd probably get tomatoes thrown at me if I said that.
Yeah.
But they're just facts. That's the problem.
You other white guys don't know where it's at. Yeah.
How many
We're buying people because
how many
black.
racist white people are now jealous of Barack Obama because he
buy
brought
one
slavery
that wears a hat. Yeah.
So many warlords are jealous. They're like, I wanted to bring slavery back. Like so many Nazis.
Here's the ship. Come on, get on it. There's a ship. No, get on it. Come on, ship. No, get on it.
They're like, oh,
Justin Timberlake.
Hitler is spinning in his grave right now. He's going, oh, you let a black guy bring slavery back?
I wish I'd thought of it.
Hitler spit in his grave speaking English.
Oh, trust me, you don't want to translate his.
Oh,
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Hitler,
you do. You do.
Hitler really related to his audience. Say what you want
He
about
did,
him.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
That
I know.
guy
That's
crushed.
why they don't translate it, because people would be like, wait a minute.
You know what it would be?
It's just the rest. It's the rest. He said good things, but then he brought it. It's like the church. They say great things, but then they fuck kids. You know, they're like, you should be, yeah, but then we're going to, yeah, it's like,
It'd be okay. What's worse? Taking people's money and killing a whole race, or taking people's money and fucking their kids?
can I just say I love.
Who's worse,
Brendan-
Catholic Church or Hitler? Answer.
Ooh, wasn't Hitler Catholic?
yeah, they're probably about the same thing. The Catholic Church was
No.
silent during the whole.
No, don't fuck a baby. Don't diddle kids. They gotta
Listen,
stay with that. I'd rather die than
just
be
because the
diddled.
gas chambers had wooden doors. All right, guys.
Actually,
Sorry,
I think
can't-
I'd rather
I can't
diddle
say
than
anymore.
die.
They're going to take this down. What's that?
What would you rather do? Be diddled or die?
Ooh,
Oh, I'd rather just be diddled, because then you could always come
Yeah.
back from that, you know, like death or.
Some people can't. Once they get diddled, they're
Yeah.
just done.
that's true. So Pat, I think you bring up a good point. There are a lot of weak people.
A lot of people out there without a strong backbone. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because their finger poked into it and they got spina
Oh.
bifida.
Side note: they make terrible slaves. You could probably pick one of those up for like $50. I've heard. I'm just saying.
Why
I'm
is
not
that
the
like-
one who brought slavery back. All right?
Why is that one
I-
slave just in your on a shelf in the closet? He got scoliosis.
We're having a clearance. All slaves must go. All slaves.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
30% off. He's
Guy
missing an
from the
arm and
League
an eye.
Listen,
Does he
we
still
joke,
work? Yeah, and
we're
he listens
joking about
great
it to
now.
bring awareness. Now, so many more people know that there's slavery exists in the world again because of fucking.
Because of this
Oh.
podcast.
It's that you can actually, because the thing is, there more. I think more white Europeans existed in slavery in Africa longer than African slaves existed. Yeah, because they used to take slaves. The Muslims did too. The barbers. There was so many white slaves. So everybody's been slaves. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
there's always
The Muslims
people are
and
just
all the people that
shitheads.
made the movie Barbershop.
Yeah, it's just people. Like once you realize it doesn't matter what color you are, people will just, hey, if I could find someone else and use them to do all my work and fuck them and no one's gonna say anything, I'm gonna do it because I'm a piece of shit.
Well, at the
So-
beginning, it was white and black slaves, but then, seriously, it got confusing. So they just made them all black. That's what happened. They were all white and black slaves, but both they're just grabbing people. And
Yeah,
then
They
they
couldn't
Exactly.
keep track of
tell
which
who's
ones
who.
were
So let's just grab
slaves,
the
which
black
ones
ones
were-
so we can tell them apart.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Color
First of all,
coding is
just-
color coding is always the right way to organize things.
I don't think I need to do this, but there are people in the world now that will watch this and go, that was fucked up. You guys realize we're laughing at the absurdity of people being sold
Yeah.
and used, okay? We're laughing and making jokes of a thing that's horrible. The simple fact that me, Brandon, and Dave could never afford a slave. That's what we're laughing at. Like, we work hard, but because we're non-essential, we can't
Oh.
buy a slave.
Maybe
Hey,
we could get a
speak for yourself.
Kickstarter
I'm
going.
essential, bitch.
Let's get a Kickstarter going.
Go fuck me.
Go own me.
Yeah, go own. Go own him.
Do you know if you took your Trump money, you could have bought 3?
3 Libyans.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah,
bought three
well,
living.
cheap ones. Or one doozy.
It's
the
terrible,
Air,
man.
The
Like the
Air
Cadillac?
Jordans of the slaves.
If you look into it, like Gaddafi was actually not a bad, like he wasn't a piece of shit. Like, you know, we have some piece of shit leaders. I mean, yeah, he was a
piece of shit. He just wasn't the grossest. He wasn't diarrhea.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't like chaos in the fucking streets. You know, it's like it probably like it was here a little better. A lot of those countries were like that. If you look at Iran, if you look at Beirut, they're all just Iraq. They were like us almost. They weren't.
Can,
And
Brandon,
then all of a sudden,
can I just say I love your optimism, positive outlook on life. Like, you know, Gaddafi wasn't that big of a piece of shit. Hitler, bad guy, had some good points, but
well,
you know,
this
overall
is
a
the
bad
thing.
guy.
History really is nuanced, and they only want to say all bad. Then you don't look into it because if somebody can convince you that something is all bad, then you won't look into it to glean those things. You know, because there was a reason Hitler rose to power because the way people were. in such, we can't understand what it was like.
The goose step was sweeping the nation as the hottest dance craze.
No, it was just the
Hitler
poverty.
just got on that wave, baby.
Yeah. But I mean,
Well,
it was like the
Brandon
poverty,
also-
people were starving, I mean, so he's coming in saying all these things, and they're like, yeah, but then he hijacked that energy. And it's just like Trump. Trump said nice things, and then he gets in and does none of them. It's like, oh, fuck.
Dave, you have to realize
he said a lot of bad things too. But
Brandon loves deep cuts. So if you name like your top 5 worst people, Brandon's like, fuck you, you hack. And then Brandon gives you like 6 way worse dudes.
Okay.
Like Abraham Lincoln, he's probably the worst president that we ever had. And he did not end slavery. He did not end slavery.
No, not even close.
But what about his vampire slang?
Oh, well, the reason they said that was probably because all the Americans that died. I mean, like over 1 million Americans died, and there wasn't 1 million Americans there wasn't that many at the time. It's crazy, man.
Listen, Abraham Lincoln was in a war, okay, with his own country. The people he was fighting were think about it. People he was fighting. They didn't have to go to till their fields or take care of their families or make their weapons because they had slaves doing it. So what did Abe Lincoln do to make the even it out? He freed them, so therefore they couldn't fucking do that. So it was an even playing field, and now he can fight people that are also taking care of their own shit. They didn't have to do other responsibilities, so he just cut off their fucking work team.
Most Southerners didn't even own slaves, though. Like most of them, if you read their accounts, they were fighting because the North was there. Like the North invaded. This was actually a war for independence. Now, yes, they were terrible. Both sides, government, they're scumbags. But technically, it wasn't a civil war because the South wasn't trying to take control of the country. They were trying to leave. So it was actually a war for independence that the United States crushed, which I love to tell people.
Well, I've told Brandon this, but I think,
like, what are you, racist? I'm like, no, I'm just telling you facts. Listen, they ended slavery in the British Empire, the largest empire in the world, without shooting one shot. They could have ended it. They, a lot easier. They didn't have to do it this way. It's ridiculous
that we are 50 states, or 51 with Chaz. Sorry, 50 states that we are, because it's so big, so vast. New Jersey is nothing like California. Idaho is nothing like New Mexico. We should be broken in. We shouldn't be a group of things. The United States, we should all be different little country. I mean, New England could be a country. It could be. We're all kind of similar in the same area, and other things like that. And we could all run it that way.
That's how it was. That's how it was. But then they played this little trick, and it's funny because other states wanted to secede. I think it was Massachusetts almost seceded during the War of 1812. They basically did everything to secede because they were still wanted to do business with England, because the whole problem was England had issues with the South, because the South was where all the shipping was. That's why there really was a civil war, because of the taxes and all that shit. They wanted to take the tax count for themselves. But it's amazing. But then we just get taught these little things like, bang, bang, bang. Here you go. Bang. And even if you look deep, it's, I don't know. You look into the real stories and accounts. It's such a different story.
Well, all the people that came, Brandon and I have talked about this and laughed about it all the time. All the people that came here were the people the other countries didn't want. Yeah, you don't let your good things go. We got all the shitheads from even nowadays that you meet someone, you're like, oh, you're a shithead in Korea. That's why you're here. You're an asshole. All the assholes came, all the people, the dummies, all the more. Listen, if you came here before maps, you're a moron. Why would you just get on a boat with a hope and a dream? That's stupid. What were you doing over there? You had to run. You had to fucking run. Listen, I'm here, so I can't help it. But, like, I'm sure, like, everyone that came here from Ireland were dopes and not doing well. They were just dummies. So they all come here, and then they get fired up. It's like when you go to college. You meet some new people. You're like, yeah, we're going to fucking get laid. We're going to fight. We're all fired up. Like, we're going to be friends. And then they start, like, fighting later on because they don't really know each other, but they're trying to impress each other by, like, dressing up like Indians and throwing tea in the water. They did a prank. Their most famous thing was a prank that blamed other people. They basically put on Indian face and went, lookity, and they just tricked them. And then that's we celebrate. That one, tear a statue down. I'm fine. The other ones leave statues up, because without that, where do you go pee on a hobo? I need a statue so I can go pee on one.
Yeah. The way you got to look at the Revolutionary War also is, like, they came here to colonize, and then they wanted independence, but they didn't want independence to be free. They wanted independence so they can continue to colonize, but they wanted the wealth instead of giving it. You know what I mean? So there are some founding fathers that are cool, and then there's some that are just douchebags. Like I don't know. It's so crazy.
All right, top 5 douchebag founding fathers. Go.
Thomas Hamilton. I mean, yeah, Hamilton.
Did you just mix them?
I'm sorry,
Alexander
Hamilton.
His cousin, Thomas Hamilton.
His brother, Tom.
His uncle, Tom Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton was probably the one that allowed the bank to gain he's probably the one of it all. But it's hard to tell because the whole thing with Masonry, it's like there's people that were in there that were good and bad. It's kind of like Hogwarts.
Are we talking about the Freemasons or actually people who worked with stones?
I'm talking about Freemasonry as like an idea. It's like a basic. It's kind of like if you think of a school of magic, right? Like Hogwarts. I'm not saying like they do literal magic, but you could have someone that goes there that's good and someone that goes there that's evil, right? So that's what it is. And people just go there and they learn these different sets of skills. And so I think there were some people that, they line things up a certain way because they know this structure of the way the universe works. They have all these ideas. But then there's some people who want to pervert that.
Explaining things in terms of Harry Potter is the perfect amount of dumbing it down for me. So
you know what, Brandon? Dave really doesn't watch your YouTube. Ask Brandon about the cops sometime, and it becomes a story of Lord of the Rings. Brandon is very good at tying in.
It does.
That's awesome.
Right? Brandon,
ask me
go
about
ahead.
government. The government is the whole thing of Lord of the Rings. You can't. So government, the ring is the power. You can't have power over anyone else. The word anarchy does not mean chaos. Anarchy comes from Latin. It means anarchon, and an archon is similar to like an angel. Someone is in the way, but an archon is an evil one in the way of the power. That it's like a go-between. You have to go to them to get to the power. So anarchy just means none of that. It just means no rulers.
It's not my con. It's not your con.
It's
our
con. So anyway, basically what they're saying in Lord of the Rings, nobody can possess the power. It's unpossessable. Only evil, right? That's what they're trying to tell you. So even Gandalf, even Galadriel, nobody can possess it. You must destroy it. And
same thing with the word colonize. Like Colin Farrell, when he stares deeply at you, you can't get out of the colonize.
Colonize.
I just saw a movie
Colonize.
But
One look at him. Brandon's trying to teach world things, and Dave and I are doing
but that was so good. I'm like, I was like torn. I didn't know. I love puns. I don't know if you guys know this.
We all love puns. Terrible. We all know.
Everyone who hates puns is an idiot.
Basically, like the idea of anarchy, and the problem is though, we're just not like you can't end government tomorrow because nobody's ready for this. The real true answer that I
are you ready for this?
The real true answer is it has to be done on an individual level. We each all have to heal ourselves and start to do right in the world and like become the person that the society we want to be. Because until then, it's all oppression. It's all telling people to do what they don't want to do on one side or the other. There's no way you could fix the system from the inside that's broken, because you know why? It's not broken. Government is working exactly how it's supposed to. The schools are working exactly how they're supposed to. They're spitting out idiots. Like that's what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Government
that's
is
why
supposed
we
to
need
take
for
advantage
president
of us and take our money and fuck us over and make shitty roads. That's their job.
We need for president one of Dave's favorite people, Sean Astin. Yes, we do. We do. Because he played Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Rudy for president? I'd vote for that. Samwise did all the work. Frodo was such a useless piece of shit. Samwise even carried him up the mountain and to the edge of the volcano. And fucking Gollum did all the work by biting off his finger. Frodo was the most useless piece of shit.
Well, that's
if I was carrying a girl and I saw she had hairy feet, I'd drop that bitch down a hill real quick.
Frodo was a girl? Oh, okay. I don't feel so bad now about my thoughts. I don't feel so.
Tobey Maguire.
Well, I actually love the part at the end where he has to leave. You know, where he's like, "I've seen too much," and I've kind of, you know, the whole end of the movie where he gets on the ship. Spoiler alert, with Gandalf and leaves everybody at the end. I kind of liken that to me as like when people ask me like, "Oh, are you ever going to get married or whatever?" I'm like, I think I'm just going to sail to the next shore because I'm like this crazy sex addict who's just like seeing everything, and I probably just need to get in a ship and sail away.
In the name of that ship, Amistad, son of Aragorn.
Like, I've been stabbed. Like I got wounds that won't heal. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly.
Do you remember the animated Lord of the Rings?
No,
I remember there was. I don't really remember. I remember there was a thing a long time before the movies.
Yeah, it kicked ass.
No, it didn't.
It opened with the song Frodo and the Nine Fingers, Frodo and the Ring of Doom. No one? They made the hobbits basically look like
Why did he have
Snoke,
9 fingers?
Because Gollum bit one off.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing they sang about him.
Yeah. It's
Joey with the small penis.
Spoiler alert! Jeez, that's like the end of the movie.
It's long.
Frodo with the 9. The whole time you're like 9 fingers. You're like, what? At the end you're like, God dang it!
Yeah, right. It's that shitty thing where they bring you right into the good part, and then they're like 2 years earlier.
But if you're gonna be a dick and make a song about a guy and then talk about his shit parts, put it back deeper. You know, you don't lead. You don't lead with his 9 fingers. It was Dave with the chronic halitosis. Dave, he never brushed his teeth. Dave. But
and the gingivitis.
I want to know why Dave rhymes with the word slave. What's going on, Dave?
And why does David rhyme with slaved?
Slaved. I was watching, speaking of that, you know the whole story of David and Goliath?
You told me about this, but I like this. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So Owen Benjamin, I've been watching him lately, and he talks about how, because he got into like Christianity and all that stuff, and he's breaking it down. He's like, David kills Goliath. He's like, he's using a weapon he's not supposed to. And then he bites his dick off because I guess he circumcised him. So he's like freaking out about how David like ran over and bit Goliath's dick off. He's like, what the fuck is going on with that story? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the part where he bit his dick off at all.
Neither do I. It's they never made a movie about that.
They
remember the song?
Him.
David,
dick. Goliath.
David and the 9 inches.
Now it's only 7.
9 inches. He's a giant. That thing was at least 10 inches.
Imagine biting off giant cock.
It's a rough times back then, you know.
You
All those guys
friend.
were psychopaths, so I mean, they really were. Everyone's like, maybe it was a story to read the Bible and go, you know, maybe this is the wrong way, like the Old Testament.
I don't.
Anyway.
So wait. So you kill the guy. He's dead. Why bite off his cock?
That's
so people know, Dave. So people know.
And it's funny because you know, Owen, he's just joking, but there's people that are like Catholics that are getting it into him, and someone even wrote him a letter about it because they'll read letters on the air, and he's like, what the? It was so...
First of all,
it's great. He's like, and then he's showing pictures of the Pope. He's like, this is your Pope. He's like, this guy's got red shoes. It's fucking great.
So Brandon, should I just Google biting David bites cock? Will that get?
No, you'll get the wrong video. I think
you got to go on like at least 10 pages, and you'll get it.
Here's the funny thing about those kind of things. So that means an event happened. Okay, if you're really going to take it down writing, whatever, an event happened between man and giant. When it was over, people were watching, but one guy was like, it's over. He's like, I'm staying. Why? The Avengers at the end of the credits.
Yeah,
like,
post-credits scene.
Maybe Thor's going to pull out a hammer, but instead he bites off a cock. And this guy's like, no one's going to believe me. I better write this down. But he wrote like the second version, and they didn't make it into the fucking first print. So they're like, well, we got to get it out there. So no one knows. This guy stayed around. Like, people who now just film the riots, and you catch like one old lady getting punched in the head. No one else gets the video. It's the same thing. That guy's just like writing it down. And then he bit off his... wait, the word cock's not around yet. What do I use? I don't know. Well, hopefully there's a song about the 9 inches. Oh, Lord. Okay, we've done almost 2 hours. I did not expect that. So,
wow.
Nice.
Dave, where can people follow you and find you and all that stuff?
DaveHintzComedy.com. Same thing on Facebook.
Are you Dave Hintz now?
Yeah, Dave Hintz.
Nice.
Makes me a man of the people.
It does.
Huh?
David bit off a cock. Dave's a good time.
David seems too slave ownery.
Yeah, Dave owns a slave.
No, Dave just...
Dave,
yeah, but Dave is like cool with them. They hang out together.
Yeah, Dave, it's not your name that makes you seem like a slave owner.
What do you mean?
It's your boyish, I own black people looks. Brandon?
You could just go...
Yeah, but people are listening.
I know, I started to cough. I didn't mean to. More laws, more problems.com. morelaws, moreproblems.com. You can find me everywhere there. It's probably the best place to go.
Right now, someone who's been hating this entire podcast heard you cough and went, "Should wear a mask, fucking asshole."
Wear a mask.
You wouldn't if you weren't running around fucking trying to save the day, you'd fucking be safe right now. You'd be like DL Hughley and just fall on your noggin. It'd be fucking great.
Is he
All
still
right.
alive?
Yeah, didn't we talk about this?
No, I know that he got
No,
diagnosed.
you know what's funny? You didn't. I just recorded 2 hours ago. I recorded a podcast with Dan Brown, and he asked the same question. Why does everyone think he died from it? He didn't die from it.
I don't know. I haven't heard any updates.
Because he was hung over and he pretended. Come
on.
Did you see how he
Really?
fell?
No, I didn't see. I didn't know there was video.
Oh, there's video. He's coconut. That's the best thing, too. He's on stage. Nobody in that club's wearing masks. And then he collapses, and they're like, he has COVID. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Thank you guys for doing it. I appreciate it. And to everyone else who really, if you just caught the end part for some reason and you don't like slave jokes, just listen to the beginning sex stuff. All right, thanks.